Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare. Looks like we finally got Laverne's Chronojon up and running. Nice to see it humming along like that. Next stop is the past. But first, some of you have shown some interest in that Recyclotron, as well as the fact that this hubcap is otherwise completely useless. Well, it is in fact useless because, while you can use it in the Recyclotron,
Sure, I guess I won't be needing it.
it's only because you don't need it for anything else. In fact, that's what you can say about a few things. You might say it's sort of a inventory cleaner.
Nah, that might be useful.
At least in the sense that every once in a while you'll get a useless item, and you can dump it in here.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not that you can even use the trophy. Anyway, where we left off here, we'd gotten some oil, which was as easy as simply checking the cabinet. However, we also need some vinegar and some gold. We know where the gold is, but we haven't found any vinegar. However, we have found some wine. And we also happen to know that there is a very poor storage device about here. Incidentally, this was actually how I learned that wine, improperly stored, can eventually turn into vinegar.
Thank you. This is exactly the sort of thing I need for the time capsule. I'll bury it tonight, and it won't be seen for hundreds of years. Future generations are in your debt.
Whoa.
Speaking of which,
Tell me, Lieutenant, how do you really feel about humans?
Honestly, sir, I think they're filthy, obscene, foul, sickening, like the stuff in your eyes when you wake up, like the wax that builds up behind your suction cups after a few days, like...
That's enough, son. I just wanted to be sure you weren't one of those humanist sympathizers. What with this ridiculous human show going on here, there's humophiles everywhere.
I'm no humophile, sir.
That's good. Now let me tell you about a little plan I have.
you know, I think that's the first future time meanwhile we've seen yet. Now, as I recall, I think it may have... Yes, here it is. Vinegar. Incidentally, this is Laverne's only interaction with either of the other two kids' quests. Nice V on the label and everything. Alright. So now we only have the question of how the heck do we get this gold-plated quill pen. Picking it up is...
Hey, keep your hands off that.
not an option. So we somehow have to get Thomas Jefferson out of the way. Now how do we do that? Well, indirectly for the most part. Just sort of noticing other things that are going on that provide sort of hints about what to do, if not directly how to get rid of Thomas Jefferson. Anyway, I believe there's a note in the mail that I failed to get earlier. We're going to need it now. And what do you know?
You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
Seems pretty convenient that there aren't any names on it. Means I could use it for anyone who needs a good pick-me-up. Fortunately, I happen to know of one. Although I wonder what would happen if I showed it to this guy instead.
I'd rather not.
Nuts.
poor me. Poor me.
Hey, there's a letter here for you.
For me? Probably another rejection slip. Oh well. You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
You know, I feel kind of bad about doing that, especially for what's going to happen to him when he gets to Baltimore, but hey, I get an item. Who can be sad when we got new items to look at?
My dad has one of these in his den. It's pretty small. Things are growing in it.
Now, why, you may ask, do we need a pop gun? One of those guns with a little flag coming out of it. The answer is because we don't want this asshole to use this gun.
What's that strange hovering saucer-shaped object?
Huh? I don't see anything.
Oh, never mind.
I believe there's more than one distraction option here.
Look, gravity has reversed itself over there.
Huh? I don't see anything.
Oh, never mind. Look, gravity has reversed itself over there.
Huh? I don't see anything.
Oh, never mind. Hi there.
What can I do for you, kid?
Anyway, let's see him try and pull that trick on us this time.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Donny Osmond?
That's strange. My wife says I look like King Charles I. So, want another cigar?
Okay, but only if you promise not to light it this time.
Would I do a thing like that? I don't get it. Get lost, kid.
Now we've depressed him. Well, screw you, fat ass. That's what you get. Now, you may have recalled one of the founding fathers over here smoking a cigar. Maybe you'd like a new one.
Excuse me. Yes? Mr. President, may I offer you an excellent smoke? Can you also provide me with a light? Sure. Well, in that case...
Gotta love how he doesn't even blink. He's a general.
Blast, I hate it when that happens. See if you can't find those for me, will you? There's a good lad.
I hope you were looking at John Hancock's expression when that happened.
Excuse me. Yes? You enunciate quite clearly for a man without his teeth. I've had a bit of practice. Martha frequently hides them from me as a joke. I think it's freezing in here, don't you? Freezing? Balderdash.
You'll recall that while he's freezing, he doesn't care because he survived a winter at Valley Forge. So what we have to do instead is provide some evidence of freezing. Which is where removing his teeth came into play, because we happen to have a second set. Not to be confused with the horse teeth, of course.
Could you use these? Why, thank you, young man. Strange. I wonder if I should cut down on the coffee.